So I'm Caterina Scaramelli, I'm an environmental anthropologist, and this semester I'm teaching a class called Culture and the Environment. Hello everyone, and welcome to this course. I am Professor Scaramelli. In this course, we will consider some of the most pressing environmental issues of the contemporary moment. So because there is a global pandemic going on, this semester we're following a model of teaching that BU has called Learn From Anywhere. The idea is that students can join a class from any location, whether it's in the classroom itself or somewhere else in the world. So the first thing I've done, I've moved the lecture online. I pre-record them at home, I edit them. They're shorter than a live lecture would be. The first class we did entirely on Zoom so that students got a chance to meet each other and see each other's faces.
I'm really happy to introduce you virtually for now and in a hybrid mode very soon to culture and environment. This is it's a big class, it's an important class. It studies the relationship between human societies and the environments and landscapes in which we live.
And the second week of classes, we started meeting in this hybrid remote in-person settings. I'm just double checking that we are going to CIS 229. The class is divided into two groups, so we'll only see 15 people today, and half of them will be on the screen. And at this point, I expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in person. We'll see. It's possible that it will just be one. When you step into a classroom this semester, it looks very different from before. For example, my class typically would have a 30-person capacity. Now it only has 15 seats. You will also see microphones hanging from the ceiling and a camera typically mounted at the back of the room. There are new challenges with the hybrid model. There is a sort of a barrier between the group of students in the room and the students that are joining remotely, which in a classroom would be projected onto the screen. Could you hear Chloe? No? Thumbs down if you couldn't. What about you remote students? Can one of you volunteer to unmute yourself so that we can hear you speak? Okay, no, that was very loud. All right, perfect. This is good. This is much better. The fundamental goal is to make sure that they all get a comparable experience, whether they are in the room or whether they're logging in from China or Turkey or California. However, the remote students have access to varying degrees of broadband. Typically during the class, I would lose a couple of students as their Zoom connection ends, so they cannot participate in a discussion in an equal way. For the students in the class, it's hard for them, for example, to work in small groups because they can't physically move from their assigned seats. The seats are set 6 feet or more apart, so when we have a discussion section in the class, they kind of have to scream to hear each other, and it's hard.
You know, you want to be there, you want to see your classmates. I certainly want to see my classmates, but there's always this lingering sense of loneliness and isolation, even when I'm in person. We're far apart, it's kind of just weird.
It's very interesting experience. Since I'm studying remotely, I'm sitting in my room at my desk. I expect everyone to be in the same environment as me, but when the camera turns on and I saw there's a big screen in the classroom, when you still see the classroom, I feel like the contextual effect. When you are inside a place where you usually study, you study better.
Yeah, so this is a new kind of way of being in the class, and the students had to figure out for themselves what works and what doesn't work, and this is a personal decision. And I think in that process they have come to a greater awareness about why they are in my class. I feel like they have read more carefully than ever before in my classes. There seems to be a sense of purpose for being here. This semester I found them particularly well prepared and particularly committed and ready to engage in discussions, even when the format is a little awkward. And yet I think the students have compensated that with their enthusiasm and their preparation, and I'm impressed. All right, everyone, I don't know where to wave. I guess you are over there. Bye, we'll see you next week. Thank you for your patience and your participation.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.